Yes.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the meeting number 390, and this is our last meeting of this year. I am Nipun Ahuja, and I am Sergeant Arms of this club. Our club Toastmaster is based on four principles, four core values, what I would rather say: integrity, respect, service, and excellence. Now, let me share the mission of our club. We provide uh, we provide supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered in developing communication leadership skills, which results in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Well, Christmas is one of the most important as well as popular festival celebrated at the end of the year, and Christmas is the kind of the festival that is so popular and that is celebrated in more than 160 countries throughout the world by children and adults alike. Also, New Year is coming. People like celebrating New Year because it gives them a sense of positivity and enthusiasm about lots of new beginning. And our today's meeting theme is also related to celebration, and we will discuss a lot regarding this. Now, let me introduce last time our of this term the president of our club. She is one of the youngest member of our club, but she is very dynamic in nature. She never runs away from her responsibility. She is always ready to take new challenges, and she leads herself and others in a unique way. Hard work is the key to her success. Please help me to welcome our club president, Toastmaster Gursifat Kaur Chhabra.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nipun, for such overwhelming words. Firstly, I request you all to pray for world peace for 30 seconds. Kindly open your eyes. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. A tree can withstand the force of a storm only on the strength of its root. Similarly, true leadership is sustainable only with the core values. And these core values we all have learned through the learnings of Toastmasters. These core values are integrity, respect, excellence, and service. So, dear Toastmasters, what makes a good leader a great one? Someone who has all these core values, someone who not only leads from the front but also stands at the back when there are troubles, someone who makes difference in the life of others by mentoring and adding value in their life, someone who has vision and who is responsible as well as accountable for their work. When I joined Toastmasters, I just wanted to improve my speaking skills. I was not a born leader. I was made a leader by this beautiful organization, Central Delhi Toastmasters. Through feedback, through my mentors, through like minded people in this club, I was grown. And I have garnished, I have embraced all these values and skills through these 1.5 years. And this place has been really special for me. This place has taught me how to be authoritative, to put my feet down when it's needed, to stand up for myself, and at the same time to be polite and compassionate with my team members. This place is really a happiness for me, a really happy place. On that note, we have a great leaders in our club. We have a lot of dignitaries present today with us, starting from our club growth director, Toastmaster Ankur Yadav. We have also Toastmaster Vivek Kumar, our area director. Then we have a lot of former presidents today present with us, starting from Toastmaster Gurpreet Babbar, who is our former division director. Then we have Toastmaster Sparsh Jain, our former president. We have Toastmaster Karan Hari Agarwal, our former president. And also we have Toastmaster Shipra Gupta and Toastmaster Gajendra Khare. We welcome you back to the club. Now let us get to know our future leaders and future speakers, our lovely guests. Kindly introduce yourself by telling who you are, what do you do, and how did you come to know about Toastmasters. Let's start with Udebir. Could you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Udayveer Elawat. I am staying in Delhi, in Nazafgarh. I work in a private organization in finance domain, and my manager suggested me regarding the Toastmaster uh, to improve, or you can say he just gave me feedback that I'm lacking in communication skill while giving feedback or while at the meeting part. So he suggested me to search for a Toastmaster club near you. So I just searched and found this number. Mm, so that's it from my side.
We welcome you to CDTM.
Thank you.
We have a guest from abroad, from Canada. We have Toastmaster Carol. Could you please introduce yourself?
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I am from Guelph Public Speakers in Ontario, Canada. For my occupation, I am an accountant and I am actually at work today. So at times, like I said, I would be switching off the camera, but I am present with you. I joined Toastmasters about 2 years ago, and the reason for it is I stopped and I was looking at myself and say, where am I lacking? What do I need to improve myself? And one of the things that came up was I am not good at expressing myself in difficult situations. And for that, I needed the skills. Yes, I may describe myself as an introvert, but an introvert still needs to know how to express him or herself. And I looked at the internet and I came across Toastmasters. And here I am today. Yes, I am speaking up. I have learned with the tools given by Toastmasters to learn to speak up and express myself. And here I am. Today I am VP of membership and I am actually loving it, meeting people. And I not only in Canada, but now here I am attending a meeting in India. So I want to wish you all the best for the New Year's. It's so nice to be with you today.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Carol. Welcome to CDTM. We also have with us Ankita Mehra. Could you please introduce yourself? You're on mute.
Hi, everyone. Good evening. I'm Ankita Mehra. I see a lot of new faces here, but I do recognize a couple of names. I'm a former CDTM and a POTM Toastmaster. And as they say, once a Toastmaster, you do have the roots with the Toastmasters community. And that's what's drawn me back. I've been thinking through and through in 2020 to be back in the community. And I've been looking for a club, and I realized that why not getting back to CDTM or POTM. Unfortunately, POTM has Saturday meetings, and I've been considering Tuesday being more appropriate for me. So I was thinking to get back to you guys and want to start my public speaking journey again with connecting with the whole community and connecting with you all in person as well as a group. So lovely being here, and I wish you all the very best for today's meeting. And it's truly a homecoming meeting.
We welcome you back to the club and hope to see you as a member soon, Toastmaster Ankita.
Thank you so much.
We also have Simran Dua with us. Kindly introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Simran. I'm from Delhi and I am a first year college student. I'm studying in Bharati College, Delhi University, and I'm pursuing psychology honors. I wanted to improve my public speaking skills and I thought that this is the right time to work on myself. So I have heard a lot about Toastmasters. So this is how I am here in this meeting.
We welcome you to the club. We also have Meher Kaur with us. Kindly introduce yourself.
Hello everyone, I'm Meher from New Delhi. I have completed my 12th standard this year and I'm planning to move to Canada for my further studies. So, evidently, I wanted to improve my English speaking and I came across Toastmaster through a YouTube video. So, I registered myself for today.
That's awesome. We welcome you to the club.
Thank you so much.
We also have Bhavna Malhotra with us. Could you please introduce yourself?
Am I audible properly?
Yes, little bit it's
Am
cracking.
I okay? First of all, I would like to say thank you so much for having me. That was a wonderful Toastmasters meeting, and for giving me this chance to introducing myself. Actually, I'm also a member of Toastmaster Club, like from Delhi Junction Toastmaster Club. So I joined this meeting from the group. Sergeant and Arms. I'm in this group. I just suggested myself to myself. I know I'm the person who eager to learn everything. That's why I have joined your meeting, and I believe and I would be learning so many things in your meeting, and I would be getting so many idea and so many creativity ideas, so that I can also improve my Toastmaster club. Recently I got position as a sergeant in arms. It's sergeant in arms, and I am going to perform sergeant in arms, like in 2021. So I hope I would be giving my best there as well. So that's this is about myself. Thank you so much for listening to me.
Thank you for joining us. Due to paucity of time, I request the guests to kindly shorten their introduction by telling their name, who they are, and how did they came to know about Toastmasters. So we also have Rajesh with us. Could you please introduce yourself?
Good evening, everyone. Sorry, I could not switch on my video. My
Yes.
name is Rajesh Pagal. I am from the turning part of the Turning Point Toastmaster Club, and I got to know from a group which because I am the part of the Turning Point Toastmaster Club as a treasurer roles. So I came across one group. From that group only, I got to know that this is the group which we are conducting the meetings every Tuesday. So that is the reason I thought I can participate and improve my skills. Thank you.
We welcome you to the club. We also have our former member, Toastmaster Renee, with us. Could you please introduce yourself?
Hi guys, Rini here. I'm a previous member, ex-member of CDTM, and just here to join and celebrate Christmas and New Year's with everyone and encourage everyone. Have a good time.
Glad to have you. We also have Harshvardhan with us. Could you please introduce yourself?
Hello, my name is Harshvardhan Sharma. I am also a former member of CDTM. I am doing PGDM, and I am a currently member of Delhi Toastmaster Club. Thank you.
We welcome you to the club. Now it's time to welcome the co-host with me. She is my mentor, a very hardworking person, a driven Toastmasters, a person who always wants to take the club forward. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Shipra Gupta with our nostalgic theme, Tuesday Flashbacks, Toastmaster Shipra Gupta.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guest. Welcome to the 390th meeting of Central Delhi Toastmasters. So, year end. So, so in year end, we come along commemorative columns, blogs, and videos, and these are the tradition. So this year at CDTM, we will follow this tradition. We will bring it back home.
We decided to commemorate all the memories that we have collected at Central Delhi Toastmasters, and for us to do that, we will start with a very small activity.
So first thing that we want you to do is that we want you to close your eyes. And now we want you to relive the best memory that you have experienced at Toastmasters. It could be either at Central Delhi Toastmasters or the club that you're from. Now we want you to open your eyes. All right. So now what we will be doing is that we will be going around the room and we will be asking you to tell us your favorite memory. But the twist in this is that you will not get to talk about the whole memory. You will just have to define it with a single word. For example, my favorite memory of Toastmasters is friendship.
And I would like to describe Toastmaster in one word, that is happiness. We'll start with each one of you. The only challenge is that you can't repeat the word. So let's start from Toastmaster Gurpreet Babbar. Are you there, Toastmaster Gurpreet Babbar?
There.
Okay, let's start then from Toastmaster Neha Malik.
Hi everyone, leadership.
Toastmaster Sparsh Jain. Toastmaster Karan.
Family.
Thank you. Toastmaster Shivali.
Full of learnings.
Okay. Toastmaster Karthik.
Contentment.
Toastmaster Karanveer.
Excitement.
Toastmaster Akriti.
Exuberance.
Toastmaster Digant. Okay. Toastmaster Gajendra sir.
Joy.
Thank you.
Joy and learning both.
Toastmaster Anuj.
It's confidence for me, but also after Tuesday parties as well.
That sounds fun. Toastmaster Carrot. We can't hear you.
Celebration.
Okay, thank you. Toastmaster Bhanu.
Relief.
Okay. Toastmaster Dhwani.
Kind of a break. I think the word would be a break together.
Okay. Toastmaster Nipun.
Listening.
Toastmaster Carol.
Exploits.
That's awesome. Toastmaster Rini.
Celebrations.
That is already used. If you have any other words.
Everyone used all the words. Preparation.
Toastmaster Ankita.
Exhilarating.
Awesome. Toastmaster Udabir.
Learning.
Toastmaster Akshat.
Wonderful.
Toastmaster Sparsh, are you there? And Toastmaster Digant, you both are left. If you are there, please open your camera and mic. Okay. We have Toastmaster Gurpreet Babbar back with us. Toastmaster Gurpreet Babbar, you have to describe CDTM in one word. Any beautiful memory.
In one word, I would describe it as happiness.
Okay. It's already been used if you want to use any other word.
Okay. What could I say then? Mm, can I use more than one?
Sure.
Land of opportunities.
Thank you so much, everyone. It was great listening to all of you, the memories and all the flashbacks we had. We have left. We have one more. Rajesh, yeah, could you please tell us?
Evoluent.
Thank you so much. If anyone else is left, they can just raise their hand. Yes, Bhavna and Simran.
Yes. For me, it is a there is no hesitation.
Okay, thank you. And Simran,
Motivation.
thank you. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you so much everyone for telling us what does Toastmasters mean to you. So today we will be going on a roller coaster journey and remembering the year 2020. So just like any other year, the year 2020 started on a high note with lots of motivation, energy, enthusiasm, and a grit to achieve extraordinary. And the first meeting of Central Delhi Toastmasters, the first big meeting of Central Delhi Toastmasters was not far away. We celebrated our first meeting. We celebrate our first big meeting, that is the 350th meeting of Central Delhi Toastmasters.
We were planning it for weeks. We had decorated the floor very nicely. There were exciting games, beautiful and humorous speeches, messages from the president of the club, and a favorite mouth-watering snacks, and definitely the lovely cake.
And indeed, it is always exciting to work for special meetings. The brainstorming that goes on behind, the bantering, the pandemonium, and of course, the last minute goof ups. If the last minute goof ups are not there, then I don't think the meeting will be as interesting as it is.
Indeed, there were goof ups in 350th meeting too, but when everything went really well, there was a feeling of relief and celebration. And that is how Shapra we made many long lasting friends and associations, and we learned a lot and had fun through these meetings.
So, before talking about the second milestone of 2020, let's talk about the meetings segments.
For this special meeting, our homecoming meeting, we not only have 3 segments or 4 segments, rather, we have 5 flabbergasting segments prepared for you all on the platter. Plus, we have 5 role players as the presidents of the club. The very first segment is the prepared speech segment. For our second segment, we have an interesting segment, table topic segment with the twist. Then we have third segment as jackpot in which there are crazy prizes lined up for you all.
So, the fourth segment. So, in the fourth segment, Toastmaster Ankur Yadav will be raising a toast. And the last and the most important segment is the evaluation segment, which will be conducted by Toastmaster Gurpreet. So, let's not wait a single moment and let's call the pillars of the meeting the auxiliary role players.
Shipra, does the role of timer reminds you of anything?
Yes, it does. So I remember when when I joined the meeting, the VP head of that time, Toastmaster Sparsh, he always used to say, role of timer is the first role that you have to do. And I, for someone who doesn't have an eye for details, attended the first 2 meetings in a very chill way. I just came, listened to people, went, did not pay attention to how the roles are supposed to be performed. So then the day of the timer came. So I was very much prepared for my introduction, like wherein we have to go and say a few lines. So I was very much prepared, very energized, and I was getting a little bit late, so I just rushed to the venue. I was given this register and I was given these cards. So because I was so excited to give the introduction, I actually forgot to prepare for the content. So there I was standing, and my first 30 seconds went amazingly pleasantly well. And then I hit a hiccup. I did not know what to say next. I don't know what to do with the cards because I never paid attention to the rules. And then someone in Toastmasters wrote a script on the register, and that is how I did my role. I just kept on reading line by line, showing the cards and thanking the person who had written that role. And that is how my first role of timer went. But today, it is not Shipra who's doing the role of timer. It is our very own district webmaster, Toastmaster Karanveer, who is well prepared. So, in the year 2021, Toastmaster Karanveer looks forward to overcoming the fear and meeting more people. He also looks forward to being more consistent in delivering speeches. Please help me welcome the timer of the evening, Toastmaster Karanveer.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shipra, for that energetic welcome. A very good evening to fellow Toastmasters and all the guests that have joined us today. It's lovely to have you all here. When it comes to celebrations, most of us don't care about timings at all. The parties usually go late till nights. But here at Toastmasters, we are very consistent and professional about our timings. As with every meeting, this meeting will be timed. And for that, my role comes in. As a timer today, I will be taking note of all the timings and showing different cards to alert the speaker. For today, in our first segment, that is prepared speech, Toastmaster Neha will deliver a 5 to 7 minute speech. So I'll raise a green card at 5, yellow at 6, and red at 7. Then we have Toastmaster Ankur raising a toast today. So the toast shall last for 3 to 4 minutes. 3 minutes green, 3.5 yellow, and 4 red card. In the table topics section, we will have each speaker will have 1 to 2 minutes to speak. Green card at 1 minute, 1.5 yellow, and a red card at 2 minutes. There will be a grace period of 30 seconds. And for the evaluation segment, the evaluator, Toastmaster Shivali, today will get 2 to 3 minutes to evaluate. I will raise the green card at 2 minutes, 2.5 yellow, and at 3 minutes, I'll raise the red card. Now I'll show a quick demo of how I will be raising the cards so that the speakers become aware. I will use the PPT share mode, and I believe a green screen should be visible to you. A yellow now and a red now. Can someone please confirm if the screens are visible?
Yes, it
Thank you
is.
so much, everyone. I will note down all the timings and present my report when asked by general evaluator in the evaluation segment. All the best, all the role players. Thank you.
Thank you for this detailed introduction, Toastmaster Karanveer. So Toastmaster Gurpratwat, pardon?
Someone was. It's okay now, Shipra.
All right. So Toastmaster Gurpratwat, does Ellie rings any bell?
Yeah, definitely, Toastmaster Shipra. My first role as Ellie was an impromptu meeting. To tell what an impromptu meeting is, all the rules are allotted 5 minutes prior to the meeting. So I had to go all over the stage, but luckily I was a good observer and I knew what to say. And you called me on the stage as a TMOD that day. I fumbled in the starting, but it was managed well then. Today, we have, unlike us, a very well prepared role player who is all set to prepare to perform the role of Ellie. So please help me welcome Toastmaster Bhanu, who looks forward to speeches every Tuesday and interacting with the people in the very first meeting. He decided to join the club. So let's hear from our grammarian, Toastmaster Bhanu.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Thank you for the welcome, Gursapat. I will be acting as a language evaluator for today's meeting, and I will be noting the good and the not so good usages of English. The word of the day is halcyon. Its definition has two aspects. One, it is used to characterize time with happiness, great success, and prosperity. An example sentence would be, as the year comes to an end, let us all hope in unison that the upcoming year will even eclipse the halcyon days of the past. The second aspect is it is used to describe something as calm and peaceful. An example sentence is, as Rohit opened his eyes for the first time in the morning and walked up to his window, he marveled the halcyon scenery before him. Let's try and enthusiastically use this word in today's meeting. Kindly encourage members who use the word of the day with a thumbs up. The language of communication for today's meeting is English. In case a participant uses some other language, they are requested to translate the content into English. That's all from my side. Have a wonderful meeting, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bhanu. So now it's the time for the role that we all dread. That is the counter. Whenever counter comes on stage, I cross my fingers because I am scared of the number of times he will say, you know. So let's call the counter of the evening Toastmaster Nipun.
Yeah, thank you. Good evening, all fellow Toastmasters. Celebration actually boosts our well-being, and this is true for major milestones and daily wins we have in our life. And one of the main reason we celebrate is because it is important and it reflects our overall attitude towards gratitude and uh, how we engage what we actually have, and instead of focusing on what we actually do not have. So in today's meeting, I will be playing a role of R counter. I will be taking account of crutch words like well, so, etc., and used by speakers in today's meeting. And I will also listen to the overused words like so, etc. And I will note filler words and filler sounds that are used during the speeches. I will also take care of repetitive words such as this means, and I'm also going to note down your long and small pauses. At the end of the meeting, I will share my report related to the above words spoken by each speaker. Thank you. Back to the Toastmaster today.
All right, so now it's time to conduct the first segment of the meeting, that is the prepared speech segment.
Our speaker of the day is Toastmaster Neha Malik, who is joining us from all over USA. But before calling her on the stage, let's hear from our evaluator, Toastmaster Shivali Chauhan, who is the first runner-up at area level and also a former VP. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Shivali.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Gursipat. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Today, Toastmaster Neha is going to deliver a speech with an amazing title called What is the Solution? I will be giving my general evaluation for the speech. I wish the speaker all the best. Over to Toastmaster of the day.
Toastmaster Neha Malik. She is the 7th president of our club, currently the member of Toast of the Town Toastmaster Club in the US, and she is a professor of mathematics. Her beautiful memories of CDTM are her first speech, first table topic, having fun with fellow members, sports meet, and the lovely Christmas meeting. So please help me welcome Toastmaster Neha Malik with her title, What's Your Solution? What's Your Solution? Toastmaster Neha Malik. Over to you.
3 years, 37 months, 1,110 days back, my journey as a married woman began. Oh, yes, I am someone's wife. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and honored guests. One fine day, it all changed for good. I got married and obviously had to move to my husband's house. He is a software engineer, family residing in Delhi, but his job was in Bangalore. So I had to move to a new city, Bangalore, just like I didn't even know how to cook or even turn on the gas at that time. Can you believe? I was 27 and I didn't know how to cook. Shut that. I'll come to my cooking story again. Coming back to my story, I had recently completed PhD in mathematics and wanted to do a postdoctorate in Bangalore. So I applied at Indian Statistical Institute and Indian Institute of Science at Bangalore. The very first week I moved to Bangalore. Now in Bangalore, my husband used to eat out, like all the meals. So there were not many utensils in the kitchen there, which came as a shock to me. So it took me about a week to set up the kitchen with all the utensils, cutlery, pulses, grain, a water filter, and whatnot. Let me tell you, I was going all mad and crazy doing this. When you move to a different city, you try to hold on to little things that like getting the same brand water purifier that you had in your home before marriage. And according to my husband, every problem has one solution: water. Before coming to Bangalore, I just learned one thing from my mother regarding cooking: how to make a dough. That's all. So when the rest my mother shared over the WhatsApp video call daily for good 2-3 months. And she even shared some great cooking tips and tips with me. Don't worry, I'm not going to share those tips and tricks with you all today. After 4 months of living in Bangalore, I got an email from Indian Statistical Institute that I have been selected for postdoctorate. I got into postdoc. Wow-wee. Wow-wee. I got into postdoc. I was so damn happy. Now, whenever I talk about my problems with my husband, his answer to those is amazing and at the same time unbelievable. Sometime back, I told him, I'm not feeling well, to which he said, have some water. The other day, I said, I'm stuck at a research problem, to which again he said, have some water. A few months back, I said, I'm homesick. I'm missing my parents a lot. To which he said, have some water. Earlier, I asked him, I'm thinking to give my next speech on having water. What do you think? He said, have some water. So finally, I asked my husband, what is it? Why do you always tell me to drink water to all my solutions, to all my problems? And he said that drinking water makes you think more clearly and solves your problem faster. What our body is over 70% water, and a human being cannot live without water for more than 3 days, while can live without food for longer. Also, body cleanses one's body of toxins. So the next time you feel puzzled, confused, or don't know what you want to do next time, take a deep breath, calm down, have a sip of water. But make sure you do not drink toilet water for 2 reasons. For number 1 and number 2. Thank you, everyone. Back to Toastmasters of the day.
Such a wonderful speech, Toastmaster Neha. So, coming back to our story. So the fever of the 350th meeting was not even over, and before that, the reports of COVID-19 started pouring. For some time, we decided not to pay any attention because we thought it will pass soon. But sooner than later, we had to take the difficult, we had to open our eyes, and we had to come, and we had to face the reality. And then we took a difficult decision of conducting the meetings online. In the starting, it broke our heart. Not going to foyer, meeting our friends and everyone was so disheartening. But we got used to it. And this huge transition could no and this huge transition was made so smooth by none other than our VPPR Toastmaster Karanveer. Toastmaster Karanveer made the meeting so easy. In each meeting, he tried to do something new and he tried to give us as close experience as we could in a online setup. So the transition was very difficult. But one thing that still excited us was the table topics of every meeting.
So we have Toastmaster Sparsh Jain, the longest serving president of our club and whose favorite memory is to mentor his mentees and the sweet gestures he received from them. And we have Toastmaster Karan Hari, who is the youngest president of CDTM and whose best memory was when District Director DTM Sandeep gave him Toastmaster badge pin on behalf of the whole club. So, to conduct table topic segment with a twist, let us call Toastmaster Sparsh Jain and Toastmaster Karan Hari Agarwal.
Thank you, Madam TMODs. Good evening, everyone. My name is Parsh Jain.
Very good evening, everyone. This side Karan Hari Agarwal.
So today we are your table topic masters of the day.
As the segment suggests, table topics. A speaker is brought onto the stage and given a topic on which he or she has to speak to about 1 or 2 minutes. Timer, please note the time allotted is 1 to 2 minutes. The timer will draw a green card on a completion of 1 minute, a yellow card on 1.5 minutes, and a red card on the completion of 2 minutes. Please note that there is a grace period of only 30 seconds on the upper half, that is 2.5 minutes, upon after which the speaker will be disqualified. Since this is an impromptu segment, guest, please note even the guest can participate in this segment. So before we start this segment, on behalf of both of us, that is me and Toastmasters Persian, I'd like to apologize to each one of you because there are high chances after this segment things might get real ugly.
Well, that disclaimer was important because today we have a twist in the table topic segment. And that twist is with the table topics, we will also tell the person to speak about a particular person in context of that topic. For example, suppose we give Toastmaster Shipra a topic of confidence, and we will also tell her that she has to speak about confidence, about Gursifat in context of confidence. So the disclaimer was there because we are not as good of people who would keep the topics as simple.
So don't worry, fasten your seatbelts, and by end of this day, you will break your friendships, you will break your bonds, and we are presuming you no longer will be family. So without further ado, let's start this table topic segment.
So our first speaker is, we have already selected the list of people we would want to hear from the people who are present in the meeting. So our first speaker we want to call is Toastmaster Karan Veer. Is he here? Is he still on the... Hi, Toastmaster Karan Veer. So Toastmaster Karan Veer is going to be our first speaker who is actually the webmaster of the District 41. To him, the topic would be darkest secrets, and the person he has to talk about is Toastmaster Ankur Yadav. I hope he is also here.
Yes, he
I'm
is.
assuming that Toastmaster Ankur is here. So, Toastmaster Karanveer, darkest secret of Ankur Yadav, darkest secret of Ankur Yadav, Toastmaster Karanveer.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sparsh. So, Toastmaster Ankur, back a few months back, around in May 2020 itself, I decided to help the district, and the first person I got in touch was Toastmaster Ankur. I was very professional. I was very excited to talk to him. So I wrote a long message. Hi, DTM Ankur Yadav. My name is Karanveer and I am from CDTM, this and this. And what I got as a reply was, hello, bhai, calling you in a minute. So that was where my whole tension was relieved and I was able to communicate very clearly with him. That was my first impression. Then we started, then somehow I got into the team and there was this training going on. I don't remember the name of the training, but it was some training. And I suddenly got a chance to check my WhatsApp. I opened the stories and there was a story by Toastmaster Ankur Yadav. When we opened the story, so he was sitting on a couch wearing a blazer with the shorts under. So we were in a proper district meeting and this thing happened and I was shocked. And I believe this is one of those darkest secrets of Toastmaster Ankur Yadav that I would like to share here. That's all from my side. Back to you, Toastmaster Sparsh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Karanveer, for those lovely words. Uh, the next speaker today we have selected is the president-elect of our club, Toastmaster Karthik Bhatia. He will speak on you hate him because and the person he'll speak about is Toastmaster Gajendra Khare. Please give a round of applause to our president-elect, Toastmaster Karthik Bhatia.
Thank you for a great topic. I wouldn't want to hate the person that you've given me to hate. I think that person wouldn't really find a place in heaven if one were to do such a act. But yes, I do hate him. I do hate him for not being so mean to the Toastmasters. I do hate him for giving us all the chances that he's given us. I do hate him for giving priority to all the other club members and all other activities that he's given to every other person in the club. And I also somehow secretly hate him for all the persona and the fame he's got in the club. Yes, I definitely hate him. I really want to capture all of that one day. And I really would have to find a lot of reasons to hate him. But yes, I do hate him uh, for being, for really hogging the limelight in every single meeting. And I think you would really be a testament to the fact that everyone else is Toastmaster, but Toastmaster Gajendra Khare is Gajendra Sir. So that Sir is not just a title, it's a title he is earned like a royal. It's a title that he wears proudly as a badge. And yes, I do hate him for all the persona, but more than hate, I think it's the influence that he has on the club and the inspiration he has on the club. So thank you, Gajendra Khare sir, and thank you to both the the table topic masters for bringing such a personality to be talked about. Thank you.
Well, to be frank enough, we all hate him for all those reasons. It's not just you. So let's have our next speaker, and this time we would like to call upon a guest. And for that, we would like to call our Toastmaster Carol, who is from Canada. And is she there?
Yes.
Hello, Toastmaster Carol.
Yes, I am.
Your topic will be the first impression you got listening to Toastmaster Gursifat. So your topic is Toastmaster.
Okay, sorry. Can you?
Toastmaster Carol, your topic is the first impression you got listening to Toastmaster Gursifat Kaur Chabda? Am I audible?
My first impression?
After listening to Toastmaster Gursifat, the president of the club.
Fellow Toastmasters, one of the things I was impressed when she first visited our club, to think that she would be up so early in the morning to visit our club, being 8 or 9 hours different. She is a soft-spoken person, and to be, at the time she was Toastmaster membership, I think it was, and to be such a soft-spoken but yet so polite, that's one of the first impressions that I got from her. And I did have the opportunity to work with her earlier this year or later this year. And I was so impressed with her leadership, and that sticks with me. So I am proud of the work that she has done, and I am happy that she continued to keep a relationship going with us, and that's the reason I'm here. So proud of you. I'm proud, very, very proud of her. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Carol.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Carol. The next speaker that we have selected for today's segment is Toastmaster Digant. Digant, am I audible? Please unmute yourself.
Just give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I don't mean to say literally 1 second, but just. Yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
So what
the
package I have to
topic
create?
is the conversation you had with the person, which I'm going to tell you. You knew was exaggerating, but had to pretend that he or she wasn't. And the person you have to speak about is our former treasurer, Toastmaster Rini.
All right. So this happened. I'm sorry, Rini, what I'm going to tell after this. And I'm happy that I'm in separate town. So if you wish to kill me, you will have to take a bus or train. So that's difficult for you. So taking that advantage, once Rini was in evaluation contest and she gave an evaluation that was really good. And after the contest got over, Rini told Rini shared with me about her experience in the contest and about her expectations regarding the result, because result was yet to come. And she was telling it is such a marvelous evaluation that I don't know about the contest, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to be in first. I would be there acing out the contest. It would be really like halcyon days for me. I know it very well. But more importantly, I think my evaluation is going to change the life of a speaker. He is really going to become world champion right after this. I was thinking, yes, after all the comments that I was hearing, yes, you were good, but it was not that much good that you would have become a world champion. But it's okay, Rini, for your appreciation. Let's move ahead. It's okay. Keep on sharing. I was in my mind. I was just saying this, and at the other end, my phone started vibrating, and I saw it. It was my father. Now, in India, I don't know about other countries, but in India, missing the call of your father is even a bigger sin than anything else imaginable. And literally, it is as bad as facing a court martial. So, I had to ignore it for the sake of the thing that Jenny is sharing her views with me. And when she was finished, I said, Jenny, you were really marvelous. But I don't know if others share the same vision as me. I wish you all the best for the results, and I'm always there. Thank you. And with this, I saved my life, but I think now I will be running to save my life from raining. Thank you.
Well, thank
Thank
you,
you,
Digan.
Toastmaster,
All the
for
best.
those honesty.
That is what we were looking for. Moving on. So our final topic is for Toastmaster Anuj Goyal, who is our former VPPR as well. Are you there, Anuj? Toastmaster Anuj?
Yes, I am.
So your
Thank you.
topic is the broken club, and you have to speak about the person you have to speak about is Toastmaster Shipra. And so topic is the broken club rules. Speak about Toastmaster Shipra. Broken club rules. Speak about talk about Toastmaster Shipra. Toastmaster Anuj. All the best.
Thank you, Toastmaster Squash and Toastmaster Karan, for the opportunity. First of all, I'm very delighted to be back to the club, and I wish everyone Happy New Year. Uh, the broken rules about my mentor, Toastmaster Shipra. Uh, I think there were a few instances when we got out of meeting. We should and we should not, and I think that was the time when I think there were some guests standing outside, and we need to inform them, but we delayed it for some reason. So, although I have a very good time with my mentor and with my friends, Toastmaster Karan, Toastmaster Gurpreet, I think all of them are here in the homecoming. And I think I had a very good time. And the broken rules were, I think we entered late at some point of time, and we sometimes we entered the meeting without knocking the door. I think that were all the broken rules I think we did, and that's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anuj.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anuj. You spoke like a true politician.
Role
I had to. She's my mentor.
You remember the role of parliamentarian pretty well.
Yeah, actually I do. I was actually trained under your guidance, and so I should
thank you.
Keep that in mind. Yeah, thank you very much.
That's all from our side. Very belated Merry Christmas to all of you, and very Happy New Year. And we hope that each one of you liked our segment very much.
And we would like to extend our thanks to the current EC who actually gave us the opportunity to come back and do a role. And we will also like to thank Toastmaster Akriti who helped us recalling the role. After some years, I think we are doing it. So thank you all of you guys. Without you, it would not have been possible. Over to you, Madam Toastmasters.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sparjan and Toastmaster Karati. If you are a TMOD, you can't participate in the segment, but it was as exciting as it could be. So let's have this segment again after the meeting, especially for us, if you don't mind.
You know, guys, I had written so beautiful things for both of you, but I just want to say this was a very devious table topic. So, moving on. So as we were getting accustomed to our online meetings, the 7th birthday came along. Now, all the members who have celebrated any of our birthdays know how much of a big deal it is. We start working for it 1 month back. We are brainstorming every day. Every day, new things are coming up and things are going out. We decorate our foyer so beautifully. We have delicious food, fun games, and our pineapple and chocolate cake. But this time we couldn't do anything. and it was such a sad part of it. But during the meeting, when I was feeling all sad and a little bit out because we couldn't do it all, the thing that brought the smile back was the games segment. So today, again, we are bringing you the game segment, which will be conducted by Toastmaster Akshat and Toastmaster Karthik.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. I welcome you all to the much awaited fun segment of today's special meeting. When Toastmaster Gusifat asked me if I could host this segment, it was an instant yes. Because of the fact that our club has hosted these segments in the past and those two wonderfully. And I assure you that today would be no less. Toastmaster Karthik and myself are the hosts of this segment and we come bearing gifts. So here's a chance for you all to have fun and walk away with a free gift card.
Good evening to all the Toastmasters and Happy New Year in advance. Uh, have you ever had dreams of owning the Taj Mahal? Sounds dreamy and weird, or probably a spaceship to travel? Well, it's the season of gifting, and Santa is here to make your dreams come true. All you need to do in this segment is to convince the owners of these exotic places and artifacts, and it could virtually just be yours. So, how this will work out is our season of gifting, we'll pick two volunteers, and their arguments work like a tennis match, where one will say the argument and the other will say the other arguments, both of them wanting the same thing. You will get 2.5 minutes for the whole segment. We'll have a red card shown at 2.5 minutes. And the winner of this segment will get an actual gift card and a LinkedIn recommendation from the club. So yes, you do get monetary benefit and real benefits for convincing the lords today. So let's begin with our first topic of the segment, season of gifting. We are going royals at the start. Shah Jahan is giving away Taj Mahal, and one of you will get it. You have to convince Shah Jahan to give it to you. I have even set the topic, not really keeping, let's get the hands out. Let's get two people out, otherwise I'll pick you. Okay, Gajendra Khare sir wants to get Taj Mahal. All right, next will be Gurpreet Babbar then. Okay, so Gajendra Khare and Gurpreet Babbar, you have to convince Shah Jahan to give away the Taj Mahal to you. Let's start.
Is someone of us are we doing role play or we both have to convince?
You have to convince Shah Jahan. Imagine me be Shah Jahan or an imaginary Shah Jahan. Yes.
Oh, okay. Mr. Shah Jahan, you had this beautiful memoir of yours built for your beautiful wife in a memory for so many long years. Now it's time that you give up on it and give us to us new lovers of 2020. Then, so you're not audible.
Gajendra sir, you aren't audible.
No, sir, you're not audible.
Still not audible.
Okay. Till he's connected, I will just continue. Okay. Let us do our new age parties there. Imagine what kind of parties those would be. Better than those 5-star hotels. And with the money, we can do profit sharing, through which you can build something more beautiful in the loving memory of your wife.
Now I'm audible?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, you have to give it to me. Why? Because I have a great mustache, right? So I'll carry that legacy. Or also I'll maintain the Taj Mahal very well. Do you know Azure Allah? I have to manage it and then you have to keep it neat and clean. And I run my housekeeping consultancy. So that you have to give it to me because I am very renowned consultancy housekeeping firm, which will keep this memory of your wife for even years, year after years, and I will not give any stone unturned. And that is the reason I look forward to have the Taj Mahal. So do you agree with that? And you can check my credential over the internet, right? So there is a scope, then there is a tremendous work I have done for cleaning the architecture like this even in throughout the world, and then I do manage this, and then I want to have this so that you will not face any difficulty, and then you will live longer those memories for future generation as well.
Okay. Imagine just apart from those parties and all, we would build a beautiful dome around it, a glass crystal dome, so that even pollution cannot have an impact on your beautiful Taj Mahal. And that only I can do. Why? Because I am a nuclear scientist. I have helped many countries developing domes for their nuclear power plants. And I can do the same for you so that your Taj Mahal remains intact.
Do you know, because the pollution may enter there, because you know how dirty the Yamuna river is. So I do know I have that, the cleaning of the rivers as well. So then I can clean the entire Yamuna, which will have no pollution. If I do take care of this thing, not only the housekeeping, but I will also take care of that thing to keep the environment very clean. So you have to give it to me.
Thank you.
Okay.
I hope Shahjahan is listening to both of you and getting the papers ready for one of you. So now moving on, the next gift coming your way is the Aladdin's magical carpet. So Aladdin is going to give the magical carpet. You have to impress Aladdin that he gives the carpet to you, explaining why you need it more. So who's going next? Come on guys, come forward, or I will pick someone.
Why not call some guests?
Yeah, definitely. Can we have some guests? I think we have a guest, Meher. Meher, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, and we have another guest. I
No,
think.
I can't speak.
Okay, just go for it.
No, I can't. I haven't done this ever before.
So you can do it before. There is a first time for everything.
No, not today.
Come on, Meher. It's like we all did it the first time. There is nothing good or bad. Go ahead. Just like you're convincing your mother, like you're convincing someone for your application abroad for your education. Go for it.
Okay, do we have someone challenging Meher for the Aladdin's magical carpet? Or should I call someone?
Toastmaster Rini?
Toastmaster Rini, are you there?
Toastmaster Akriti, why don't you try?
Okay. So we have Meher and Toastmaster Akriti.
Please, I don't want to try.
Just go for it. You can try it once. Okay, Akriti will start, then you can take forward.
Okay, I'll try.
Okay, so your time starts now.
Okay, so I have to convince Aladdin, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Dear Aladdin, you are bestowed by God with a beautiful lover, and with that comes additional benefits. You have a beautiful palace, you have a beautiful city, and now that you are giving this magical carpet to somebody, let it also go to a beautiful person. Me. Why not give it to a beautiful person like me? You know, I have plans to take it around the world. Once I had a dream that the carpet wants to go places, and probably it has not explored, it has explored places above the clouds, but there are places that are left, that are below the cloud, and that I want to take to places. So Mr. Aladdin, allow me to take your carpet places. Meher, you want to go forward?
No, I'm not getting any point to speak.
Okay.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Okay, think about something. I'll till then I'll speak on something else. Okay. So another reason why I want to take your carpet is because I have a few friends of mine in the Toastmasters club, and one of them is going to be the owner of Taj Mahal. And do you know how wonderful will flying carpet look with the combination of Taj Mahal? So I believe that you have never done that before, and neither have you visited that place before. The owner was a wonderful person called Shahjahan, and now that he is giving that that he has sold that to one of my team members, we want to club it together and to show the world that the power we bestow. So that is probably another reason why you should give me the ownership of your magical carpet.
Okay, so Aladdin, as you have kept this magical carpets for so long, I guess now you should give it to me so that I can use this carpet to recreate your movies and your those magical episodes in which you have been using that carpet and moving from one place to another.
But, dear Aladdin, do not fall in the fallacy of getting the carpet reused in other movies. I believe the legacy that you have created is already wonderful. It needs no recreation. Generations will remember it for time and year to come, and I will keep secure those legacy. So I request the ownership of the carpet from you.
I...
Oh, it's okay. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Great effort, Meher. And thank you, Akriti, for really taking it forward. Well, I'm sure, I think Aladdin may be regretting it, not giving it to any of you. And it would have been very wonderful to have it in this age. It would have thrown all the debates of urban mobility out of the window. Next, all right, let's just pick up the topics, pick up the guests first. I see people pulling up their hands. So we'll have Bhanu and Neha as the next participants. So things go a little extraterrestrial now. NASA is giving away a McDonald's, a running McDonald's on moon for free. You have to convince the NASA CEO that it goes to you. Time starts now.
Could you repeat?
All right. NASA is giving away a McDonald's, a running McDonald's on moon for free. You have to convince NASA CEO that it goes to you. Was I audible, Neha?
Okay, got it.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Mr. CEO, since NASA is giving a McDonald's store on moon, I would like to take it over and have all the people on the moon having burgers, French fries, coffee, McFlurry, and whatnot. It would be great to have those appetizers and delicious food on moon, since we don't have right now we don't know whether the food can be grown or not. So the potential of having the food on moon is almost nil. So it would be great if a McDonald's store would be opened there. Banu?
Hello there. This is Bhanu, the 50-50 partnership with Elon Musk. We've already have a plan to transport people back to Moon, to Moon, and opening a McDonald's store here. There, I've heard you are doing that. I would say that you should give it to me because everything is already in place. We have everything planned out, and we've already a lot of customers in line would be willing to buy it from there, floating around in space and eating McDays and drinking Coke. I'm your one and only choice. You should give it to me.
I am totally loving it. I'm loving it. And I'm sure people on the moon will love McDonald's too. How many of you like French fries? With a show of hands? Okay, quite a few. And and I'm glad to see that how many people turned up. French fries are something that most of the people like, and I'm sure people would relish the food there on the moon.
All right, now, here's the thing. Given that I'm already very well prepared to start a chain of McDonald's, not just one, very expansive plans of expanding it all across the moon. Imagine the entire equator of the moon filled with McDonald's and people floating around in domes in astronaut suits eating McDees. What is moon?
I'm sure.
It's a big burger. What is
I'm
the
sure.
name that is associated with moon? McDonald's branch from NASA. You should give it to me. Last choice. Think about it.
I'm sure, Mr. CEO, we can open a McD store. I'm loving it.
Well, that was a lovely argument, and I hope NASA finds a food scientist in one of you. And now the last topic for this segment. So who would like to go? Okay, we have people, we have Shipra and we have Rini. Okay. So Shipra and Rini, your topic is the government of India wants to print someone's photo on the currency note. Convince them that the honor goes to you. Your time starts now.
Okay, so I'll be the one convincing Shipra to print my photos, is it?
You have to convince the government of India, a representative of government of India is here. You have to convince him that your photo goes to, and both of you would be doing it in tandem.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we both are convincing them.
Yes, yes.
Rini. Okay. Do you start or should I go first?
You start.
Okay. Mr. Modi, as you know, after demonetization, you were not very famous. But if you want to become famous, you need to change the currency, right? You need to change the feel of the currency. And what's best if not put the picture of someone funny? You want people to laugh. You want people to be healthy, right? You want people to laugh all the time. So you need one very smart yet funny face on the picture instead of Gandhi. No one likes Gandhi anymore, right? No one cares about non-violence and everything. That's old shit. No one talks about that. But what we want is a young face, a young, funny, and enthusiastic face, which is why I propose that you put me on the picture. You'll have someone young, someone funny, or at least funny looking. And yeah, that's it. Up to you. If up to Shipra, if she can manage all that.
So to add to Rini's point, one more thing that has happened since the time you've come on in power is that the youth has started losing interest, right? So if you want to come to power next, in the next election, I think you will have to start, rolling policies that are youth related and in which youth takes the interest. Youth is not interested in the Statue of Unity or any other bills that you proposed. For example, the intermarriage, the bill. So instead of rolling these things, I suggest you that you put a nice, beautiful picture of us youth, and get by the votes by printing those pictures rather than rolling these policies which actually are working against you. So it's a wise suggestion from me.
Shipra, you're supposed to ask him to put your picture.
So it's okay, na? I'm a charitable person, so any youth picture will work for me.
Then I will ask them to put my picture only. Then Shipra doesn't want to be on the notes. Although I think that will be very funny. We can put a clapping hand also, and then that will be like the best case scenario.
We could put a picture like this.
Exactly. Or we can have someone like one picture like this, one picture like this, and okay, I think
we don't have 3D notes, guys.
Yeah, we can have like notes set up, and then it's up to imagination how they did animation before. But yeah, that's going.
Depends on the cameraman. If it's a good cameraman, then I'm sure we can click good pictures.
You have one of those pictures from wherever you look, it looks like the person's looking at you. One of those creepy pictures, so people will actually look at the note. They will actually look at the money rather than just spending it. So
that's by the kind of notes that there are, and they will not focus on the other things that the Modi government has done.
Exactly. No one cares about policy. That's all for elder people, okay? We are kids. We want to see nice, pretty things on piece of paper we carry every day, and make fun of it, of course. Which is why you should put our picture. You can put our. I'll pick Shipra. Don't worry.
All right, thank you guys. Thank you guys. I think it's not just the policy makers; it's the photographer who's also going to have a hard time with your camera pans. So yeah, thank you.
So I assume everyone wants to be etched in memory, and having a picture on the currency note is just one of them. So that brings an end to this segment. Can we have a huge round of applause for all the participants? I request the tech master to have the ballots for this segment.
Please vote for the best convincer or the best lawyer. Someone getting back with a Taj Mahal or a McDonald's tonight?
Are the ballots done?
50% voting done. 60%. Request everyone. Winner will get something really special. One of them is a gift card, and another is link recommendation by the club.
Yes.
So you have power. More votes to go.
And also, please do not hedge your bets, hedge your gift card in the chats. Please vote for me. We'll share 50-50. I will be taking the reports from Techmaster.
Is the voting done? Shall I move on? Please confirm.
5 people remaining.
Okay.
5 people remaining.
Please do
Guys,
vote
to
quickly.
vote. Come on.
And each vote is changing the result. So request one to vote.
And if you vote, they might print your pictures on the currency. You never know.
Guys, don't get jealous. We have another
Yes.
segment. You can grab the gifts there also. We have another segment.
Okay, guys, last 10 seconds. Please vote. 4 of you are remaining. And here we go. We are closing the poll now. Thank you.
Okay. So now moving on to the next segment in this. So now is the hour to test the convincing power, and for closing the deal, get an e-gift card. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. I welcome you again to the second segment of this fun segment of ours. So in this, you have to be a salesman in Neverland. A salesman in Neverland. So who are you waiting for? Bring out the salesman in you and make people buy things they never wanted. So who would be the first one to go? And also timer, please note the time allotted is 1 to 2 minutes. We will show a red card at 2 minutes. So come on guys, who will be the first one to go? Okay, now no one.
Come on, guys. This is a sale where you actually get the money after it. Yes,
You have
Digant.
to pitch for the thing that people never want. I think it would be very exciting.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you repeat the activity?
Okay, so you have to be a salesman in Neverland. You have to make people buy things that they never wanted.
We are going to give you a topic. Don't worry, that's not the topic.
Okay, so let's have
Who's going
Digant
ahead?
first. Okay.
Yeah, Digant.
Okay, so Digant,
But
you
I
have
love
to.
you first. Let me tell you. Yeah.
Call Rennie and Shipra again after this.
Okay. So Digant, your topic, you have to sell a deodorant that smells like petrol.
Wow.
So Toastmaster Digant, sell a deodorant that smells like petrol. Sell a deodorant that smells like petrol. Toastmaster Digant.
Okay. So friends, I'm here selling you something really spectacular. Can you all tell me how many of you have seen that video of an Arab sheikh having a nice time in the desert? Come on, just raise your hands. Who is with the camels dancing? All right, so Toastmaster Karthik might have seen that. Apart from that, I'm bringing you a luxurious good, something luxurious from Saudi Arabia itself. I was just visiting Saudi Arabia, and there I was with my cousin sister, and my cousin sister did something spectacular. Now, in Saudi Arabia, it is not much more allowed that girls should be driving the car. Now it is allowed, but earlier it was not allowed. And my sister just took the car and took it on a fast ride, and not just that, she actually got the car banged into the car of King of Saudi Arabia. He apologized. We apologized a lot. We even said that we are just the visitors, so he gave us a deodorant. Now, I'm just giving you a facsimile of it, and this deodorant he gave me, and he said that you just go to India, give it to people, and they will really like it. And now I'm going to share it with you that this deodorant is such a marvelous is such a marvelous fragrance that even girls are running behind me now, after me now. So friends, just go for that. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Digant, for that very dramatic appeal of selling something that we would be petrified to wear in any of those gatherings. Thank you. So, whom do we have up next? Is anyone going to raise their hands? Okay, Toastmaster Janvi is there.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Here's a topic. You are in Tomorrowland or a music concert, and you need to convince people there to visit India on a Char Dham Yatra. I hope you got your topic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, guys, why are you listening to such rock and pop music? Aren't your ears bleeding? I mean, people out there are looking for peace, and you guys are listening to music that completely everybody is going insane. So, I would want you guys to just think for a moment wherein I can offer you a package wherein you get a chance to visit four iconic places, so beautiful places wherein you can relax and chill for a while, and there would be peace all around. You would enjoy, uh, and you would get to know about the ethics and practices that people follow out there, and it would be a beautiful experience rather than listening to these rock and pop music. And also, one additional thing, you are spending a lot of hours standing here and listening to the music and enjoying the concert. So why not accompany me and travel the four iconic places? Also, I would give you beautiful headphones as a complimentary gift, and you can enjoy the music that you are listening here right on your way. So, isn't that a great deal? Don't you guys want to listen to the music and also visit some iconic places and then rest for a while and enjoy the peace over there? I guess people might be convinced to accept this offering, travel along with me and visit and also listen to the music. That's all from my side. Back to you, Toastmaster Karthik and Akshay.
A very interesting sales pitch, I must say, Toastmaster Janvi. I would definitely consider purchasing the package you are offering. So, who do we have next? Okay, we have Gajendra sir. Okay. So, sir, your topic is you have to sell a 24 karat gold shampoo, a shampoo that will cost $1 million for a bottle.
Gajen sir, you're on mute.
Okay, now it is okay. I'm audible.
Yes.
See, so my segment is entirely different. So I am going to fetch the my bias from the top world 10 richest people of the world, including in India. I think there are a couple of people, 5-6 top industrialists who can afford this gold. What you told? Gold.
24 karat gold shampoo. 24 karat gold shampoo. A bottle will cost $1 million.
Yes, so that definitely I would approach to Dita Mani first, because I have worked in the Reliance earlier, and definitely I have a direct access to them. So definitely, because she is the one who loves the 24 gold carat shampoo, and even if she can afford the biscuits itself, the cups and all, then I will definitely say, ma'am, this is going to be a very, very unique thing which nobody would have in the world. And then I think that would definitely enhance your prestige, and then it will give you a more edge over the other richest people of the world. And then definitely you have to go for it. This is just a penny for you. $1 million is nothing for you, ma'am. And then you have to take it. And then India will definitely have another name than this. Nobody is using this 24 karat gold. Then you don't want to do that. I think definitely there is no point to say no, because this is only the one thing, and nobody in the world have this 24 karat gold shampoo. And I think when you will wash this thing, and even you keep it in your home, then that definitely it will be another um, another thing just to add on to your belongings with whatever you have. So definitely you have to go for it and then purchase it. So I think you have to say the Mukesh uncle, and then he will definitely help and to get you the things, this thing. Then I think you like it, ma'am. I can sense that from your face. Then you like this gold 24 karat gold champion. I think Gujaratis are loved with this thing. So definitely we will take it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Forward to have this. Okay, bye. Over to you, Karthik.
Thank you, Toastmaster Khare. You seem like a seasoned salesman, and I think you should also probably apply for a job at for an auctioneer at Sotheby's. You'll fetch a lot more millions. Well, unfortunately, we don't have much time. We've been really riding the fun wave for some time, and we have to bring this segment to end. I would quickly request the tech master to release the ballots.
%75% voting done. Request everyone to vote. Closing the polls in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. It was fun, and it was great to see the enthusiasm of all the participants in the session. I hope you had some fun applying your brains to the awkward and the weird situations. Perhaps may never appear, but given there are few days left in 2020, I am keeping my fingers crossed. The winners will receive their awards. If you're not interested, please let me know. I'm more than happy to keep it. All right, so that's it from my side. Thank you, guys. Happy New Year to you. Thank you.
What a wonderful segment it was, as interesting as it could be. It did transport us back to the memories.
Indeed, it did. So, after our 7th birthday meeting, Toastmaster Gossavat lost her sleep. Why did she? It's still a mystery. But something good did come out of that. One day, Toastmaster Gossavat attended attended a meeting of a Canadian club at 4:30 a.m. Carol, it was not 8:30 a.m., it was 4:30 a.m. in the morning. And that is when Toastmaster Gulsivat attended that meeting. And that meeting sowed the seeds of the international meeting, of the international collab meeting that will be happening soon.
It was the first time an international joint meeting was conducted by CDTM. A beautiful evening and a beautiful morning, experienced by both the club. Indeed, the world is so small. We had the members joining from all across the world, and it was a spectacular meeting.
So, now it's time to raise a toast. And for that, today we have our Club Growth Director, Toastmaster Ankur Yadav with us. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Ankur Yadav.
Thank you so much, Shipra. Good evening, everyone. I hope I'm audible because this is the quote of the year.
Yes, you are.
Thank you so much. So I believe I have 5 minutes, correct?
Yes, you do.
Okay. Thank you so much, Shipra. So good evening once again, everyone. Uh, Before I start, let me tell you a few things about me. I started my Toastmasters journey around 5 years back. People have different intentions of joining Toastmasters. Some come here because they want to communicate better. Some come here because they want to be a great leader. Some come here because they want to network with other individuals, and some come here because they have nothing to do in their life and they feel that okay, let's go to Toastmasters. For me, it was not the reason. For me, it was just that I wanted to communicate in English language, and with that intent, I thought that let's do something about it. For me, English is my third language, first being Haryanvi, second being Hindi, and third being English. The moment I had this had this idea that I want to learn how to communicate my ideas or express myself in English language, there were people around me who used to say, "Ah, रहने दे अंग्रेज के करेगा, हमारी गैल बैठ." So that was the kind of environment I had. I never got the encouragement, but I was always fascinated by the kind of interviews I used to see on television, how people used to give interviews, how they used to communicate in English. Like I used to say at that time that Farratedar English. That was the goal with which I started my Toastmasters journey. Initially, it was very difficult for me because I was not even in a situation to place an order at McDonald's. I still remember one encounter when a friend of mine asked that Ankur go and bring some aloo tikki and all that stuff. I went to the counter and I said, okay, one aloo tikki, one this, one that. And after that, the lady over the counter said to me, "Sir, would you like to have it or take away?" And I was blank at that moment. I had no idea what should I reply to it. Then she said that, "Sir, आप यहाँ पर खाएंगे और आप लेकर के जाएंगे." I said, मैं खाऊंगा लेकिन लेकर के जाऊंगा. So that's how I started my Toastmasters journey. Initially, it was very, very, very difficult for me. But thankfully, my mentor, initial mentor, then Vice President Education of Gurgaon Toastmasters Club, Megha Gupta, she helped me with my speeches. I used to write my speeches in Hindi, and it was she who used to help me with the translation. I still remember one particular phrase which I asked her. I said that Megha, भावनाओं में बह गया, इसको इंग्लिश में कैसे बोलते हैं? And it was she who said that Ankur, you got carried away. So that's how I started my Toastmasters journey around 5 years back. I still believe there is a lot which I have to learn, and I still make a lot of grammatical error. I still fumble, but each and every day I'm improving. I never imagined that one day I'll be the president of my home club. I never imagined that one day I'll be an area director. I never imagined that I'll be going for the division director. I never imagined that I'll be becoming the district public relation manager, and being the club growth director was not in my to-do list. So it all happened accidentally, but because of the support of people who were there in the system, who were encouraging me in each and every step. Because we have Gurpreet in this meeting, I would like to tell you all of this that during my term as area director, it was Gurpreet who inspired me to go for the division director, because my term as an area director was a complete failure, whereas I was very much impressed by how Gurpreet performed his role as an area director. My dear friends, if I look back today, I can still remember if there is any change which I have seen in my life in last 4 5 years of my Toastmasters journey, it is because of the leaders of a Toastmasters club. Had there been no sergeant at arms, I cannot imagine a club meeting room where we don't have the chairs in place, where we don't have the board in place, where we don't have the agenda written on the board. Had there been no treasurer, I can't even imagine for a second that how would a club how a club would be able to sustain. Had there been no secretary, I can't imagine that whether how people who are missing on the meetings would they be able to get to know that what is it that happened in that particular meeting. Had there been no VPPR, I can't imagine that if 5 years back I had typed something called Toastmaster or anything like that, I would have got to know about okay, there is something called Toastmaster because it is the VPPR who issues flyer, who updates the website and all that stuff. Had there been no vice president membership, I wouldn't have imagined that I had got to know that what are the benefits a person can get if he or she becomes a part of Toastmasters. Had there been no vice president education, I can't imagine that someone would have encouraged me to deliver my icebreaker. And had there been no president, I can't even imagine that the entire EC would have worked in tandem. If I talk about the Central Delhi Toastmasters Club, it's been in existence for I would more than 6-7 years. I was checking the Facebook page of Central Delhi Toastmasters Club and I got to know that last year Central Delhi Toastmasters Club achieved 6 awards, district awards. There were 7 Triple Crown awardees, 2 people who completed their level 5, 3 advanced manual. And I got to know that
Toastmaster Ankur, you're on
sorry.
mute.
Yeah. So, and the best part about Central Delhi Toastmasters Club is that they also there is an environment of camaraderie and every people. It is not just a club; it is a family. I have seen people celebrating birthdays, sharing a post on be it on Karthik's birthday, be it on the birthday of Aarti, be it on the birthday of Akhil. At this moment, I would like to raise a toast. I don't have a perfect glass, but yes, I would like to raise a toast to all the leaders of Central Delhi Toastmasters Club who have changed the destiny of so many people who were just like me, who were afraid to deliver their first speech, who were afraid to take up their first role, be it of secretary, president, or any role. To all those people, and specifically mentioning because this is the last meeting of Central Delhi Toastmasters Club today, the outgoing President Gursifat, outgoing Vice President Education Dhwani, outgoing Vice President Membership Nitin, outgoing Vice President Public Relation Karanveer, outgoing Secretary Toastmaster Aarti, outgoing Treasurer Toastmaster Karthik, outgoing Sergeant at Arm Nipun, and also the incoming President Toastmaster Karthik. This is for you because you will be having this responsibility to ensure that there will be many people like me. There will be many Ankur who will be coming to your club CDTM, and it is going to be your responsibility as the president to ensure that you, along with your AC team, change the life of that particular Ankur. So this is the toast for incoming President Karthik. This is the toast for incoming Vice President Education, Toastmaster Akshat, incoming Vice President Membership, Toastmaster Divya, incoming Vice President Public Relation, Toastmaster Akriti. This is for you. Toastmaster incoming Secretary, Toastmaster Bhanu. This toast is for you. Incoming Treasurer, Toastmaster Saurav. This toast is for you. And incoming Sergeant at Arm, Toastmaster Kashish. This toast is for you. I would request everyone to please raise your imaginary toast and let's have a cheers for all the leaders, past leaders, current leaders, and the upcoming leaders of Central Delhi Toastmasters Club. Cheers. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you for sharing this beautiful, inspiring that you hear, and every time you come, you do share something that we should take away with us. So this lesson also take away. Time the most important segment of a toast.
So now to conduct the crucial segment of the meeting, we have our former Division F Director, former Area C2 Director, and the very favorite President of Central Delhi Toastmasters, Toastmaster Gurpreet Babbar. Over to you.
Goal is not to be perfect by the end, but to be better by tomorrow. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I would be playing the role of General Evaluator in today's meeting. As a General Evaluator, I would be assessing the quality of the club meeting so that it helps everyone to improve. My main job here is to review and assess the club meeting from time people arrive to the end. That is the program educational component and what are the findings of the meeting. A general evaluator should highlight how members have performed in the meeting roles, including preparation, organization, timelines, enthusiasm, and how they are carrying out their duties. In this way, a general evaluator helps individuals improve their speaking and leadership skills by providing motivating, structured, and specific feedback. This is a long time quote that's always being said, but it holds true at every moment of time. That feedback is breakfast of champions. Not just breakfast, it is the food, it is the breath, it is the air, it is everything for you to become better. I being in Toastmasters for around 4.5 or some years, and it has helped me a lot. It's like feedback, giving feedback, speaking feedbacks is like there in the blood. Wherever I go, whatever I do, I'm either receiving feedbacks for my self improvement or I'm giving feedback, even if it's not asked. I go to restaurants, I go to buy things, I try to give the feedback to the other person. Another day, I went to a restaurant. The chef made some beautiful dishes. I give feedback in CRC approach. This was very good. Your dish is like 98% there. What is scope for improvement? There is 2% that scope for improvement. And at lastly, you did it really well. Thank you. The next time I went there, the person remembered me. The person said, if you want to have that thing, I have prepared and I've worked on it. And what I can say, from 98%, it was 99.5%. Of course, there is a scope for improvement every time. So, not just Toastmasters meeting, feedback is important everywhere. And that's why we have this feedback in a constructive format given to us so that in a non judgmental environment, that is the best part of a Toastmasters meeting, that you are given, you are told what you are good at, how you can improve, and lastly, a summary of a give or takeaway that this was your best part. So to start with it, I would like to call upon the only evaluator of today's meeting, Shivali, who would be evaluating a former President Neha Malik's speech. Over to you, Shivali.
Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone, once again. So, here is my report. I would say my evaluation. So, let me start with the commendation first. I loved the way speaker began her speech by sharing her personal example of beginning of a married life. That caught my attention immediately. Why? Because I believe that personal examples are very important to make us feel comfortable on the stage. And when you feel comfortable on the stage, you are able to make your audience feel comfortable. So I would say great job on that. The second point which captivated my attention was eye contact. I found that speaker maintained the proper eye contact throughout the speech. That gave me a sense of involvement in your speech and helped to convey your message on a personal level. Kudos to that. The third thing, which was super amazing in the speech, was repetitive word or phrases. Yes, I found that whatever questions our speaker asked to her husband, she got the same answer all the time, to have some water. And that was repeated many a times in the speech. Let me tell you, if you use a phrase or word repeatedly, your audience memorizes it. So next time when you start, audience already knows what you are going to say. And that is the impact of a great speaker. So I would say commendable job. As we know that every speech is an area of improvement, so I have only one recommendation here, which is voice modulation. I felt that speaker could have used high pitch to emphasize some, I would say, important points in the speech. For example, when speaker said that my husband has one solution for every problem, and that is water. I felt that speaker could have said like this, that my husband has one solution for every problem, and that is water. This thing could be improved by practice. All in all, I would say that speaker was calm, composed, and comfortable on the stage and used proper eye contact and pauses. Little bit work on voice modulation could make the speech spectacular. Coming to the takeaway, so I would say after hearing your speech, I have decided that if I get stuck, next time I will have water first, as suggested by a speaker. I wish the speaker all the best for her future speeches. Over to General Evaluator.
Hi, thank you, Shivali. I would, for your evaluation of Neha Malik's speech, since we have only one evaluator, we would not be having the ballots right now. We will not having the ballots. Moving on to the pillars of the meeting, without whom the meeting cannot be completed, or without whom there is no meeting at all. Because pillars are what keeps any house, any Toastmasters meeting alive, and that are the auxiliary role players of the meeting. So, starting with the timer of today's meeting, I would like to call upon timer and our take master, Toastmaster Karanveer, with his report.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Gurpreet. I'll quickly get started with the timer's report. So in the starting, in auxiliary role player introduction, the timer, that's me, took 1 minute 10 seconds. Toastmaster Bhanu LE took 1 minute. Toastmaster Nipun took 1 minute 10 seconds. The speaker, Toastmaster Neha, took 5 minutes 17 seconds. In the table topics with the twist section, the first speaker, Toastmaster Karanvi, that was me, 1 minute 28 seconds. Toastmaster Karthik, 1 minute 14 seconds. Toastmaster Carol, 1 minute 24 seconds. Toastmaster Digant, 2 minutes 22 seconds. And Toastmaster Anuj, 1 minute 22 seconds. In the third segment, which was conducted by the fun segment, in the first part, that all the speakers were timed at 2 minutes 30 seconds. That was the red card limit. And in the second segment, Toastmaster Digan took 2 minutes 6 seconds. Toastmaster Janvi 1 minute 43 seconds. Toastmaster Gajendra 2 minutes 19 seconds for their salesman pitch. Coming to evaluators, Toastmaster Shivali took 2 minutes and 40 seconds. And right now we are running behind around 16 minutes from time. That's all from my side. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Karanveer. Now I would like to invite language evaluator for today's meeting, and that is Toastmaster Bhanu. Toastmaster Bhanu.
The word of the day was used only once by Toastmaster Digant Mithil. And some examples of some not so good usages of English were as follows. I don't know what to do with the cards was continued from a sentence in past tense. So it could have been, I didn't know what to do with the cards. Sell the Taj Mahal should have been sell Taj Mahal. For those honesty should have been for your honesty. I play the role properly could have been I will play the role properly. She got in the car, banked into something, could have been she banked the car into something. If you use a repetitive word repeatedly, could have been if you use a word repeatedly. Thank you all. That's it from my side.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bhanu. Lastly, but not the least, I would like to invite our counter for today's meeting, Toastmaster Nipun, with his report.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, General Evaluator. I have got lots of people to give their report, so I will go as fast as possible. Toastmaster Shipra spoke R 4 times, so 3 times, but 2 times, you know 3 times. Gursifar took R 2 times, so 2 times. Karanveer R 2 times. Nipun myself R 3 times. Shifali R 1 time. Neha Malik and 2 times, and filler sound 3 times. Sparsh R 3 times. Karan R 4 times, so 2 times. Karanveer so 2 times. Karthik and 3 times. He spoke I do hate repeated word 5 times. Carol long pauses 3 times. Digant so 2 times but 3 times. Anuj R 6 times. Akshat and 4 times. Karthik so 3 times. Gurpreet so 3 times. Gajender R 2 times. Akriti R 3 times. Meher gave long pauses 2 times. Bhanu so 2 times. Neha long pauses 2 times. Small pause 1 time. Shipra you know 2 times. Rini so 3 times. Digant 2 times. Janvi and 4 times are 3 times. Gajendra so 4 times. And Toastmaster Ankur Yadav are 3 times. And 3 times. And small pauses 2 times. This is all from my side. Back to General Veto. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nipun. Now I would request the Tech Master to have the ballots for the best auxiliary role player and request everyone to vote within 2 seconds.
Four votes to go. Request everyone to vote because there is a tie happening. Closing votes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you.
Thank you, Techmaster. Uh, Now I would like to give my evaluation, starting with the evaluation of the uh, auxiliary role players and the evaluator. Toastmaster Shivali, who evaluated the only speech today, I think she was bang on with her evaluation. She followed the CRC approach, which helps motivating the speaker. The recommendations he give in the sandwich approach, which is first layer of commendations, recommendations, and then commendations. The recommendations part came in a motivating way for the speaker. It was not like you are good at this, but it flowed through very naturally and in a motivating way. And lastly, she summarized her evaluation pretty well. That in summary, I would like so that what are the key takeaways that are highlighted within the last 30 seconds of the evaluation. So good job, Shivali. Coming with the auxiliary role plays of the meeting, uh, timer Karanveer. He explained his role pretty well. He explained that okay, he would be showing the cards to a presentation, and he did it really well throughout the meeting. And he explained his role. One small recommendation: a more connect to the theme in the starting to bring him enthusiasm, especially in this kind of special meeting. How the role of timer fits in with the homecoming meeting or something of that sort. Coming to the language evaluator, he explained the word of the day. He did that part of the day. So language evaluator had two parts. One is the word master and one is the language evaluator. In the starting, he did the job of the language evaluator, explaining the word meaning and the examples. What was missing was what that he would be noting the good and bad usages also, and that was what I felt that was missing in the starting. And again, we can connect to the meeting that okay, with the theme of the meeting, how the role of the auxiliary role player can fit or something start so that it can bring more enthusiasm and meeting and excites the people ahead. Our counter Nipin, he he explained his role pretty well. What I was looking for that apart from telling that I would be noting down the filler words, maybe it we can help that okay how these filler words help do not help us or maybe restrain us from giving the message that we want to give in a speech. Overall, for the all three auxiliary role players, one common general recommendation would be that in our roles we can help the audience know that how our role helps you become a better speaker, that you know how to be well on time, how good language or bad language can uh, take away the take away the essence of your speech, how giving the filler words can distract the speaker. So these part could also help that in knowing that why these roles are there in the meeting first of all. So these were the evaluation for the evaluator and the auxiliary role players. Now coming up, I would do it in a very quick way. Coming to the evaluation of the whole meeting. So so starting with before the meeting. So since it's an online meeting and few things have shifted online, I try to join before 15 minutes at least early to see how the guests are welcomed. To see if guests join early on or people are there. So is there a thing there, greeting being present? Like in an offline meeting, usually we recommend that the VP membership or his or her team member is there on the gate to welcome the member, and there is the guest is being not left blank but told that this is the Toastmasters meeting. It would have three formats. They have an offline page or agenda. If we have can have something of that sort in an online setup as well, like there are 2 3 members of the club who are greeting the guest, they're explaining or maybe on a chat or something, or they are told that please join around 6:45. We would have a guest 5 minutes briefing session early on to know to set an expectation what is for them to come up so that they're not left blank. They know what's coming in the agenda. So this is the prepared speeches, next is the evaluation or something of that sort on. So that is the room and equipment was well set up. The meeting room was opened well on time. Starting with the meeting, the presiding officers, that is our president Gustavus, was very well prepared and uh, give a address on the qualities of a leader that's very well suits in this homecoming meeting. So kudos for that. And she give the tribute to the club also, how the club has helped her in this meeting. She welcomed the guests very well and introduced Toastmasters in properly. Starting meeting started a little late, around 2.5 minutes. We can improve with that a little bit. Starting with the Toastmasters of the meeting. So the Toastmasters of the meeting explained introduced all the auxiliary role players pretty well. They introduced the theme of the meeting pretty well. They introduced what Toastmasters is about pretty well. They also introduced each and every role player, especially there were two additional segments. They explained their role also pretty well. So kudos for that. One thing, one thing maybe it was slightly missed that we need to take feedbacks for the speaker also. A 30 seconds window should be given for these feedbacks. So when I joined as a member, one thing that was being told and was repeatedly told was that the success of anything is by the number of feedbacks a speaker gets. And I would also like to say if we can have something of that sort, that there is a note down taken that each and every speaker, including and role player, is noting down how many feedbacks they get in a meeting. And the benchmark would be if suppose there are 30 members in a meeting, a speaker gets 29 feedbacks through any means, through WhatsApp, through mail, something of that. So that is the benchmark. Like the more number of feedbacks we will get, the more we will improve. That is the only way. And the more interaction. When I was a member, at least 70-80% feedbacks I used to get, and there were 50-60 members at that point. I used to fill my bag with number of feedbacks at going back home, reading them all, taking an hour or so. So something of that sort is there, so that each and every member or role player is gets to know how there is a scope for improvement from each and every member. Okay. Next, we'll quickly come up with the topics master and the game masters. What they did was that they explained and explained their roles pretty well. Maybe the purpose in the table topic section, the purpose of the table topics could have been explained, that why table topic session is there, maybe to think on the spot. They explained the timing of the table topic section pretty well. They selected appropriate topics and called up guests as well after season Toastmasters came into. The guests were pretty much welcome in the meeting. They tracked the time. They also handed over the control properly to Toastmasters. So kudos to our table topics with Twist Masters, Persh and Karan, for that. And also our, just a second. Where is it? Yes. Also our game masters, Akshat and Karthik, did pretty well. So how they did pretty well was that in a way, in a game session, they held like most of the members, they had an opportunity to speak. That was the best part about it. That most of the members had the opportunity to speak about it. Overall, I would say the yes. So the communication or curriculum communication was well taken care of. Last 2 points in general, I would like to say that even if there's an online meeting, the role players and everyone can prepare well in advance, more well in advance. They can turn on their videos, and if they are playing a role, they can use virtual backgrounds. Maybe we can have a CDTM design virtual background, and people are not just laid back in their beds and all; they're just a little bit active for their meeting. That helps. And yes, and lastly, if we can restrain from talking something which can hurt the feelings in terms of religion, gender, and politics. That can also help. So overall, I would say number of feedbacks, well prepared for the meeting. Now it's long time we are adjusted to this online meeting, so let's behave. Let's do something. Do things that it's a proper meeting, and so that we can take away more things from it. Okay, so I know I've exceeded my time. My role ends here and then, but I would take 1 more minute, 1.5 more minute to do a very important job. Since this is the last thing, everyone, please bear with me for that. So, although I don't know if someone would be doing or not, but sometimes the great leaders of the club who do so much in the background, they're not acknowledged well. They're not acknowledged, or they are at the top, so there is no one to acknowledge them. And so, but since we are coming back to the meeting and knowing that there are people in the club They are leaders of the club who have taken this club to the next level, and they have held the legacy of Toastmasters. It becomes obvious and very much necessary that we as a club acknowledge the leader of our club who has been taking the club forward in the 6 months and have worked days and nights in doing wonders for the club and taking the club to which is here today. Even in the environment of the COVID environment, still I could see 35 people attending at one point. So that's a great achievement, and that takes great efforts. And also bringing people from the past who have not been connected long, but she has managed to keep all the past leaders also connected to the club so that they can help give some feedbacks, value, and also people who are joining in, they can also learn from it. So overall, in the respect of time, I would just say hats off to Gusti for what you have done in the last 6 months, and also to your EC, who with your guidance and working with you have done great for the club. So if we can just have a huge round of applause for our outgoing president, Toastmaster Gursifat. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Toastmaster Gurpreet Babbar, for those kind words and appreciation. Those really means a lot for me.
So, we started this year on a high note, and this year indeed has been difficult. It has forced us to stay at home and spend time with ourselves. Some of us might have lost job, others have to change their career plans. But thanks to Almighty, we still have food to eat, roof on our head, clothes on our body, and someone to talk. So let's not end this year with bitterness. Let's not end this year by remembering what all wrong things that it has done. We had planned a small activity. So because due to paucity of time, we cannot ask each and every one of you. So I request you all to kindly take a few minutes after during the meeting and just in one line write one thing that you are grateful for in this year. Let's end this year with some gratefulness and on a high note. And also, it is said that life is revolves in a circle. What you give comes back to you, and it has come back to me in a very beautiful way. On the same day last year, I was the president who was leaving the club, and it was Toastmaster Gosapat who invited me for my last, presidential address. So today I take this honor to invite my mentee and one of the best and hardworking and empathetic person that I've met in this club. Please let's put our hand and applause for our president Toastmaster Gursapat, and let's call her on the stage.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shibra. It was as fun as it was last year, and thank you so much. In the starting, I forgot to mention two of the dignitaries present in the room. We have Toastmaster Karanveer, who is our district webmaster, and Toastmaster Neha Malik, who is our former president. So, this is my very last address as the president, and it's kind of a very mixed feelings. I am happy also that good things comes to an end, definitely, and I'm emotional also because it's the time I have to leave the club. But once a Toastmaster, always a Toastmaster. I'll be serving as the IPP of the club. So when I started my journey as a member, as a normal member, I was there only to improve my speaking skills, and it's just wanted to confront the audience, which I was really afraid of. I never thought that there was a leader in me, which I found in these years. I found out that there were some hidden, latent talents within me, which was discovered through the journey of Toastmasters. I was able to express myself better, express the things I wanted to do in my life. When I took up this opportunity on 23rd of June, the COVID was going on, the uncertainty was there, and I did not know that whether I'll be able to manage through these COVID times, especially. But someone said, and I realize it now. He said to me, the more challenging your term will be, the more growth and learning you will gain it. And now I realize that it's definitely true. And thank you, Toastmasters Sparjan, for those words. And those are really true for me. Now I realize that. And the entire week, the last week, I was getting messages, WhatsApp messages from the members of the club that we are going to miss you. You were an excellent president. I was overwhelmed by those messages, and those really, really, really made my day. Thank you for those messages. But the entire term could not be possible without the grateful people I have in my life, starting from my parents who have supported me each and every time, who have never stopped me if I wanted to do something, try something different, and achieve something different. They never stopped me and always kept me positive. DTM Deepak Menon sir, our international immediate past president, he even in the times he was busy, especially in the international meeting, he came and he was always there to mentor us and has been the backbone of CDTM. So thanks to him for his guidance and support. Now, this meeting could not be possible without few people, and thank you for accepting my invite. Toastmaster Gurpreet Babar, Toastmaster Neha Malik, Toastmaster Sparjan, Toastmaster Karan Agarwal, and Toastmaster Shapra Gupta. It was after a long time that we heard from you, and it was as amazing as it could be. Thank you so much. Thank you for agreeing, and you were fabulous at it. And thank you for guiding me throughout the term. It wasn't possible without you all. Thank you to Toastmaster Gajendra sir, our immediate president. He was always there to encourage us, our EC members, and guide us always. Now coming to my mentors, Toastmaster Sparsh and Toastmaster Shipra. From the starting, from the very first Auxi role player, timers, then parliamentarian, I even fumbled at times, but you guys were the one who always believed in me. I was scared at the starting, but you were the ones who believed in me. And I have done many things which I never believed I could do. Thank you for pushing me hard and help me do things I never imagined to do. Now coming to my EC. Thank you for your services and hard work. You have been great leaders. Toastmaster Nipun, I am really astonished by the way you introduce me in every meeting. Like it's different. Every meeting you have something creative on your mind, and it's always good to hear from you. Toastmaster Karthik Bhatia, our newly elected president, I am pretty sure that you will take this club, our club, forward and continue the legacy of the club. You have maintained the finances really, really well, and I'm pretty sure that you will take and you will be perfect for this club for now. Toastmaster Aarti, it had been a really challenging year for her, but she is really strong, and I'm really proud of her how she has managed through these times of COVID. I am her mentor, and it was really good working with her. Toastmaster Karanveer, you are a dedicated and creative person. I enjoyed making posters with you when I was VPM and president also. So you are a tech savvy and you have handled the back out so smoothly that it seems like you have been doing prepared roles. Kudos to that. Coming to our vice president membership, Toastmaster Nitin. You have added the members in times of pandemic, so many members that we have received Rising Star Gold Award, we have received Smedley Award, and we have added 20, we have 28 members now in the club. So kudos to you and to the entire EC as well. Now coming to our VP Ed. Thank you so much, Dhwani. If you were not there in the EC, I would not have learned so many things that I have learned through you. So thank you for everything. And you have made the term more interesting, enthralling, and challenging by your mulish things. So thank you for that. Keep flourishing, keep growing, and I had a lovely time working with you all. Congratulations to the new EC. I am pretty sure that you will take the club to the next level. CDTM is not a place where I learned just communication and leadership. It's like a second home for me. But now it's ending. It's like 26 weeks, 26 meetings with 2 additional meetings with EC meetings. I remember each and every meeting, and I have all the recordings with me as well. And yesterday I got a dream that I was giving my last presidential address in the foyer. I know it's not true, but yeah, I already had a dream, and I hope if foyer opens and everything goes normal, I'm able to give one if Karthik permits. And so lastly, I just want to say that CDTM is happiness for me, and there is a small video that I made that I would like to share with you all. Can someone tell me if they can see?
Yes, we can.
Thank you so much, everyone. Have a good weekdays and weekend ahead. And hasta la vista. Signing off as the president of the club. I hereby officially end the meeting. People who want to, people can stay if they want to talk. And Toastmaster Nitin will be taking the briefing of the guests.
Can we have a group picture before everyone leaves?
Really sorry.
Yeah, sure.
Have a group picture.
Request everyone to turn on their cameras.
Toastmaster Gajendra sir. Toastmaster Renee.
Okay.
Ishna, if you are there. And guest.
Let us know when you want to click the picture. We will smile then.
Hold on your smiles for a few more seconds. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you guys. It was a beautiful meeting.
Toastmaster Karanveer, can we have the breakout room, please?
Yes. All the guests, I'm transferring you to another breakout room, Toastmaster Nitin.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Carol. Bye. Have a good day.
Got every day.
Thank you so much, Guru Prabhat, for bringing